Alright, so coming off the big hype train that was the Unreal Engine information that we got from the Fantasy Party this year, they actually released a lot of like behind the scenes, look at things, how progress is going over on the Korean website. So instead of you going through that, I figured I compile all that information here for you, and I'll drop a link down below in the description in case you want to read it yourself. But does it ever look good? And I'm so excited to get a look behind the scenes. There's videos and all that's going to be here, so let's buckle up and get right into it. So when it comes to porting stuff over, this will directly affect how long it takes for them to get majority of the work done, right? So they talked a little bit how most commercial engines use like a file format called FBX. Well, the engine that Mabinogi uses, the Pleon engine, uses an extension called PMG. So because of that, they weren't able to port everything over, but what they decided to do instead was make a tool that converted the PMG from Mabinogi's engine to FBX. So we're gonna look at what a direct port of asset looks like from the Mabinogi engine all the way up to Unreal Engine. So as you can see from the images on screen, it was pretty successful. One thing they did mention is sometimes not all the texturing and materials ported over correctly, so they'd have to go back in and retexture things. And for that third photo, they actually had to resize it a little bit, retexture it, remodel it, just to make it look up to par. Now they're doing this for everything that they port over, just to ensure that it does have that new look to it. So when it comes to the flow of time, day and night cycles are a big part of Mabinogi. Now, when working on this, they said each area had its own defined kind of set day and night cycle. Whereas when it comes to Unreal Engine, it kind of calculates everything in the world. It uses a new system called Lumen. So they had to completely rework the way the day and night cycle works and how it operates. Because Unreal Engine gives you that realistic sky look, it's a new thing for them. Like they mentioned, like having actual clouds that have volume to them and being able to see things from afar. So the thing that they're working on the most is trying to express the warmth of colors at close range and the clearness and coolness of cool colors from afar. But get excited for being able to see things from across the map because of what Unreal Engine can do. I can't wait. Let's get rid of that fog. I'm tired of not being able to see things from 20 feet away and things popping in. I am so hyped for this. So when it comes to dyeing outfits and dyeing your hair, they've completely reworked the system. So moving forward, you no longer have to click a dye, click the item you want to dye, and then click what color you want. Moving forward, you'll be able to actually just select everything that you want to dye, select the colors for everything, and then dye it all at once. So with Unreal Engine, they've also improved the color palette, so you're gonna have more range of colors to dye. So with the bigger range, you also need more tools to make it easier. So instead of trying to like wiggle your hand, shaking, trying to get the right color, you're gonna be able to press Control and zoom in on the color palette to get the exact color that you want. As well as there's going to be a couple other tabs at the top of the screen that you can actually see. That's going to say cloth, metal, leather, and silk palettes. So this will give you a better range of colors to pick from depending on what you're dyeing. Now with this, they've also updated the UI. So whenever you dye something, they made it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So at the bottom of your screen, it'll say, hey, you dyed this and went from this color to this new color that you selected, which I think is pretty rad. So those are kind of all the big topics that I found on the new posts that they released on the Eternity site for Mabinogi. Now, if you want to have an in-depth read, the link will be in the description. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.